How you doing? I'm Andrew. A couple of days ago, I got a call saying, "Hey, Andrew, what are you doing on Monday? Or Tuesday and Wednesday? Would you like to go to London and interview someone?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I interview people all the time. Who do you want me to interview?" "Madonna." "What the hell am I gonna wear?" "Is it too rude? It's got boobs on it. Maybe she'll like that." "Is it cowboy with the roses and things?" "I don't know." Written a few questions in my notebook here. What have I got there? I got sex, image, yes, the dancing, touring, kids, drugs. What do you say when you meet Madonna? "Hi, I'm Andrew." "Madonna? Hi." I just practiced that a few times. I think I'm just gonna make it. Flight leaves in about half an hour. But I've got to go. See you in London.
People named Andrew are always questionable. Wait a minute, stop. What did you do?
Saturday morning jazz ballet classes.
Are you auditioning for me? Well, I'm still Semtex girl #1. And this goes here, and this goes there, and that flies here, and this comes out of there.
In the dark years, the kimono years.
Yes. I have a nanny and, staff and people that help me.
I'll do my best. Are you good at firing people?
No, I get somebody else to do it. I'm crap at it. Are you asking me about drugs?
Perhaps. No.
Good afternoon.
Are you well?
I'm good, thank you, yes.
Splendid. Splendid to hear. I like your new record.
Do you?
I like your new record because it reminds me of deep, dark, nasty nightclubs that you stumble on at 2 in the morning.
Really?
And the dance floor's heaving and everyone's really having a great time and you kind of go, geez, I better get loose, otherwise I'm going to miss what's going on.
Just where people just turn into one sort of pulsating mass.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I like that. Everyone takes their shirt off, everyone's sweating, they're feeling each other.
Are these the kind of nightclub experiences that
inspire you? It's a communal effort. I've had a few of those nightclub experiences, haven't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't get out much these days.
But when you did?
When I did, I could spend 6 hours on a dance floor. Yeah, and you find yourself, bumping and grinding up against somebody you've never met before in your life. You're never going to see them again. But it's quite fun. Dancing at the Roxy the other night in New York, I had a party there for my record, and I danced with people I never met before. They were, very friendly with me. I would have to say it's been a while since I've been to a disco and sort of anonymously danced amongst people. That's been a while. Haven't done that for a very long time.
Do you miss that?
I do, actually. I miss going out dancing and being anonymous. That's why you have to throw parties and invite lots of people you know.
Your record Confessions on a Dance Floor, Madonna hooked up with renowned dance producer Stuart Price.
You are in a position where you can choose any single person in the world to work with on a new record. How did you come to the small group of people that you work with on this one?
Well, Stuart was kind of a no-brainer because I've been working with him on my last 2 tours and arranging a lot of my old music. He did tons of remixes for me, and we've been writing music all along anyways over the years. So it just happened completely naturally. We basically, once we decided we were going to make a dance record, there was two promises that I made him swear to me, and one was that we wouldn't make any record that he wouldn't play in a club, that he couldn't make a dub version of or a remix of that he could play in a club, and the other is that we had to immerse ourselves in all kinds of dance music. That was our homework. Because he's a DJ, he's got tons of old 12 inches, old vinyl. We just listen to it, listen to it, listen to it. We'd say, oh God, love that bass line, or love that that little bell sound, or you know what I mean? And it's not like we would rip things off and go, we're going to copy that. It would just say we want to do something like that. So we immersed ourselves in all of that old stuff, and then we took it and made it new again.
Born in Michigan in 1958, Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone moved to New York in 1977 with dreams of becoming a dancer.
I saw a press conference of you once in Times Square talking about how you first came there, 19 years old with 30-something bucks in your pocket. What do you remember about those years?
I remember being incredibly lonely. I remember being hungry. I remember thinking, oh God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make ends meet? How am I going to pursue my dreams and get a job? And how am I going to take dance classes all day and pay the rent? And, how am I going to do this? I don't know anybody. But I'm not going back, and it was a really frightening time for me. but exciting too at the same time.
And what got you through it?
Determination. Just the will to survive.
So far as the dance is concerned, like the incredible, this one that you did in the early, that stuff, to you know, the Paris is burning kind of like voguing stuff.
Voguing, yeah.
To, you know, like there's drunken uncles at their niece's weddings trying to dance like
They try to vogue.
you. Yeah, trying to dance like you. How do you feel about having that kind of influence over?
I think it's great. Why not? Isn't that a good thing? Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Even by drunken uncles?
Mostly by drunken uncles. Yeah. It's usually when people are drunk that they get the courage up to do things anyway, so.
That'd be the only way I'd ever come on tour with you if I could, you know.
Drunk?
I get so charming and sexy after 6 beers, and I'm the best dancer.
Honey, everyone's charming and sexy after 6. Actually, that's not true. No, everyone becomes charming and sexy after you've had 6 beers.
How much preparation goes into getting your dancers flying across the stage and all kinds of
Oh, we
rigs and
rehearse
stuff
for
like
months.
that? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Our rehearsal period usually lasts as long as the tour. For me, a tour is like 4 months of rehearsal and 4 months of being on the road.
For a very, very brief period, I did indulge in Saturday morning jazz ballet classes. And,
What?
yes.
Wait a minute, stop. What did you do?
Saturday morning jazz ballet classes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. And it sort of dawned on me that every single person there, the only dream they ever wanted to do was end up on stage or in a video with you. How do you go about choosing dancers to work with?
Well, each time I do something, I'm looking for something slightly different. So my thing is not about technique as much as it is personality and stage presence, confidence, style. What can you bring to the picture? We always, when we audition dancers, we always give them combinations to do, but then I always let them freestyle or show me what they do, and I'm always drawn to the people who have something very special that I've never seen before, even if it doesn't fit in with what I'm doing. I end up building the show around it, so it's great. Are you auditioning for me?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think I've got a long way to go.
Oh, that looks painful. So I reckon if I go back to Saturday morning jazz ballet, I could probably be ready for the next tour.
What kinds of things have you got planned for this one?
I can't tell you, because then you'll know.
Well, that's the idea of asking the question.
I've got ideas, but they're just germinating, you know what I mean? They're still at the beginning stage. And
Don't make them too
blow.
expensive, because then you might be able to afford to bring it to Australia.
It's not that I can't afford to bring it, it's just you guys have to have ceilings high enough and stages that can take my tonnage, okay?
You're such a slight lass. What kind of tonnage are you talking about?
My gigantic stages and my hydraulics and my lifts, and this goes here and this goes there and that flies here and this comes out of there, and you know, not a lot of theaters and sports arenas can take what I have.
I'll make some calls.
Have some chats with people.
I will. Leave it up to me.
Okay.
Just by wearing something in a video, you can send millions of people around the world scurrying for a new wardrobe like that. Mm-hmm. Does this weigh on you when you're deciding what to wear on?
No, not at all.
You've had.
I don't feel the responsibility. I just wear what I want to wear.
And what makes you wear what you want to wear?
Not everybody copies me. I mean, I went through a whole kimono phase. I didn't see anybody running around the streets in kimonos.
In the dark years, the kimono years.
Yes, my red period.
What's the catalyst for the change, though? Because you've done some pretty spectacular image changes. Do you look at kids walking down the street going, I'm going for that next? How does it work?
Sometimes I'll see something and I'll say, ooh, that's cute, I like that. But I don't like to copy things exactly. I like to take it and invent it.
Madonna's talent for visual artistry has helped her create a multitude of images throughout her career.
Do you have a favourite era when you look back on yourself? Do you, besides the kimono years?
You mean a favourite image of myself?
Yeah.
I do like the kimono years a lot, quite a lot. I mean, are you talking about looks for videos?
Just when you look
back. I like the cowboy thing.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fun. I like the whole ray of light thing.
What was it like when you had your second child and you're up to your elbows in pooey nappies and a 4-year-old tearing around? What was it like in the Madonna house then?
Well, noisy. I mean, I didn't do it all by myself. I have a nanny and, you know, staff and people that help me. So, I mean, what it means is you sleep less and you have to be more organized with your time, and you're always multitasking. You know, you're not just thinking about what you're going to do that day to promote your record. You're thinking about where your kids are, you know, what time are they having dinner? What's their, you know, are they in school? Is someone helping my daughter with her homework? Oh my God, you know what I mean? Your head is all over the place. So it's kind of daunting.
How many people kind of are in Team Madonna, like at the core of it?
You mean my staff?
Yeah.
You mean Semtex girls? How many Semtex girls do we have?
What's a Semtex girl?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Well, you dropped it in there.
A Semtex girl is a girl who is dynamic, a girl who explodes, a girl who doesn't know the meaning of 9 to 5, a girl who is unstoppable and doesn't take no for an answer.
These are the kind of people you employ?
Yeah. Guys can be Semtex girls too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
So, how many people are involved? Do you ever have the ridiculous 120 people come with me wherever I go, or is it now just like 10 people? Is it 5 people?
It's more than 10 and less than 120.
Right.
But I don't know exactly.
What's it like to look at these people and realise that it's up to you and doing what you do, and therefore them getting paid that feeds their kids and puts the mortgage in the bank for those guys? Do you feel that pressure?
No, I mean, I put together a team of people and I rely on them as much as they rely on me. I can't do what I do without their help. And my way of looking at it is that they help me put food on the table too. We're a team. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and you know, you always know when one person isn't a good team player, and you know, and you've got to get rid of them. That doesn't happen very often, though.
Are you good at firing people?
No, I get somebody else to do it. I'm crap at it.
A team of Semtex girls, you send them in?
Yes, Semtex girls have no problem firing people. Right, girls?
Right.
But so you say there's a big team of people, but you're still completely in control of the whole thing.
I'm still Semtex girl number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, everything is a paradox. I'm in charge, but am I really in charge?
What's been your experience through the years on the chemical side of club life?
Excuse me?
Wow, you know.
Are you asking me about drugs?
Perhaps.
Okay. People named Andrew are always questionable. Let me have a sip of my tea. Okay, the chemical side. I haven't taken drugs for a while, if that's what you're asking me. I have had you know, I've probably tried a little bit of everything back in the day, but you know, when you have kids, that's not really part of the program. They don't care if you have a hangover.
The first...
What did ABBA mean to you? Or what do they mean to you?
Well, first of all, every one of their songs is like the soundtrack to something that happened in my life, and Dancing Queen is, you know, I mean, I'm sure that song was written about me. But I just love their music, and it's not just dance music. There's something very poetic about it, and they really inspired me. So to me, it makes sense that I would have an ABBA sample on my first single.
Tiny little early version of the video for Hung Up, and it featured the Dance Revolution game.
Yeah.
Did you jump on that when you were making the film?
I certainly did. It was fun, hard, exhausting, especially when I couldn't use one of my arms.
Because you were injured. What was going on there?
Yeah.
I mean, you had a fall, and what kind of injuries were you carrying?
Well, I broke 8 bones, so my whole shoulder joint wasn't healed yet, and I was still in a lot of pain, and a couple of my ribs hadn't gone together. So I had to try and invent a dance and use the machine without putting weight on my left arm. So that was a bit of a challenge. I mean, I'm not as desperate as I was in those days, obviously. I, you know, don't have to worry about how I'm going to put food on the table anymore. But I still feel the same hunger and the same desire to create.
One last thing. What's the biggest challenge that you face as you continue to do this?
The biggest challenge I face is probably reconciling my artistic vision with what's commercially accessible or acceptable, and being able to reconcile my career with my spiritual life, trying to balance my work with my family life. I mean, there's a lot of things I have to juggle and that seem to be at odds with each other. They're not, but it does require, like I said, you know, thinking thinking big picture, not getting hung up on details, being able to multitask.
Do you reckon you'll do all right?
I think I'm doing all right, and I think I will do all right.
Well, you've got to hand it to Madonna. For over 20 years, she's had a career that successfully covered music, videos, films, books, fashion, even religion. There's one thing for sure, Queen of Pop is here to stay.
Whose ideas were these? Are these your ideas? Hi, this is Madonna. Seriously? Is the name of the show Seriously?
No, that's like the whole station.
I hate saying, hi, I'm Madonna. It's such like a duh. Does Queen Elizabeth have to say, hi, I'm the Queen? Hi, I'm the Queen.